Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Stop Sabotaging Yourself from Dandapani. So, I'm not exactly sure what he means by this. There's many ways we sabotage ourselves, but I don't know in what way Dandapani will be saying it. Like, one way is thinking very little of yourself. Essentially low confidence. When you can do so much more, you're sabotaging your success because you don't believe you can do it. But let's hear what Dandapani has to say.
Here's an example of that. Have you ever met anybody where you introduce yourself to them and their first response is, "Oh my God, I'm not going to remember your name. I'm terrible with names." Of course, you're terrible with names. You just told me you are. And that's probably something you say and affirm to yourself every single time.
I do. I am terrible with names, but I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. And of course, I try to remember names, mind you. But I'm not gonna sit here and is there something I could do about it? Probably. I probably could just constantly think like, okay, Dandapani, 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 Dandapani. I'm not gonna do that. I'll remember when I remember, and hopefully people don't get offended. Like everyone knows, and I won't say everyone knows, but majority of people understand that names and faces are kind of hard for some people. I'm one of those people. Eventually, I'll remember though.
Of course, you're going to be terrible with names. I remember when I left the monastery, and one of the things I did to earn money was I taught cooking classes in Colorado. I remember a lady coming to my cooking class, and the first thing she said to me as soon as she burst in the door, and she said, "I'm so excited to be here. Can't wait to learn to cook from you. I'm terrible at cooking. I always burn my food." And I thought to myself, of course you do. You just told me you did. And you probably tell yourself every single time before you start cooking. So why would you not burn your food? So we have to be conscious also about the words we say to ourselves.
What was that? Okay. Well,
We say to ourselves.
okay. Okay, so I was hoping you'd elaborate a little more. This was a very short video. Extremely short. As a matter of fact, it could be a short that it's that short. So essentially, stop confirming your belief in yourself. It's really weird. I mean, to me, it's acknowledgement of a. It's kind of weird. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with Dandapani here, but at the same time, it's. I think it's a good to affirm or accept the realities of who you are. I mean, you're not just a person who burns cooking or forgets names, but the whole point is she acknowledges that she burns cooking. That's the reason why she showed up. If she doesn't acknowledge that, like, I don't burn cooking. It's just a little crispy, you know. It's supposed to be that color. Obviously, there's a give and take in that one. That's a bit extreme. But yes, I do believe acknowledging your faults is perfectly fine. That's how you know that you need help. Those who are willing to acknowledge the faults of who they are or what they are or whatever they are more than likely the people willing to seek help. So in some degree, I disagree with Dandapani, but at another degree, at the same time, I don't disagree with him because, it's not just the acknowledgement of that you have a fault, but to change, to make the change. I think this is what he's trying to say here: is that stop acknowledging that you have a fault and do something about it. Because in one of his videos it says make a bed. But yes, so it's not just about acknowledging your faults, but do something about to change it. Don't just admit to it and then be okay with it. And which I don't disagree at all with that. We have to first and foremost admit to our faults so that we can make the change. I think that's like one of the first steps, right? To making a change is an admission of something wrong, maybe. Anyways, that's my reaction to Stop Sabotaging Yourself. It was a really, really short video, but it is a Friday. So anyways, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up the sound down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.